This evening would not be complete if we did not hear from the star of the evening. I'm sure you would all agree with me. As tired as she must be after that 1.5 to 2 hour program, I almost feel guilty asking her to come up in front of all of us and say a few words, but I just think it just feels right that we hear from Navya Navnith herself. Navya.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thank you all for attending my Arangetram today. As you all know, I've been preparing for this Arangetram for about a year now. So, sorry about that ending, that was long. This year has been quite a roller coaster. It's been really stressful and enriching, painful, joyful, absolutely unbearable at times, but most importantly, the best year of my life. Through this preparation, I've not only learned how to be a better dancer, but I've learned to be a better person as well. This process has helped me in handling my stress better, taking on a huge responsibility, having the discipline to give my entire effort even if I don't feel like it, realizing that crying won't solve anything, so I actually have to find solutions to my problems, and realizing that I always have to enjoy what I do. Without my guru, Aishwaryaka, I wouldn't have grown to be a better dancer and a better person, and for that I'm eternally grateful. Now I want to take some time to go through and thank everyone else who made this event possible. I want to start by thanking my family. I want to thank my mom for setting up this whole event. I've seen how hard she's worked to make today perfect, and I'm very appreciative of that. She also got me to start dancing, and as much as I might have hated it when I was younger, I'm glad she pushed me to continue learning, because now I love to do it and it really makes me happy. I want to thank my dad for setting up my website where a lot of my fundraising was done. It really made keeping track of all your donations a lot simpler and easier. I want to thank my brother, because no matter how cranky or annoying I was coming back from dance class, he was always understanding and knew what to do to put me in a better mood. I want to thank my grandparents for flying all the way from India to watch me today, and for my family in India for helping me get my costumes ready and taking me to learn my Kurati piece that I performed today. As well as Vasanta Miss, who taught me the piece. I want to thank the orchestra for the beautiful music today, Dr. Umesh Shankar with the vocals, Shri Gauri Shankar Chandrasekhar with the mridangam, Shri Jitendra Kishore with the violin, and Shrimati Hema Balasubramanian with the flute. Next, I want to thank the entire Shiv Kumar family for helping me today. Shiva Uncle and Anjali Auntie killed it today as MCs. And Antara did an amazing job learning all the light and background cues yesterday and executing them perfectly today. I want to thank Nila Auntie for doing my makeup today and most of the other performances I did when I was younger. I knew you were dedicated when Amma told me that you asked her to send you all of my color costumes so you could match my lipstick to the costumes. I want to thank Savita Auntie for doing my hair today, which is a really big task. Thank you to Shanti Auntie and Grishma Auntie. Not only did you help out with so many of the decorations and keeping Amma sane, you guys have been there to see my dance process for several years and are the best unrelated aunties I could ask for. Shanti Auntie, I love making crafts with you, and I love making crafts that you saw on Pinterest with you and having you randomly show up to my house to hang out with my mom and sending me off to paint your daughter's nails in the meantime. I want to thank Grishma Auntie again, because I love when you make me food, especially banana fry. I love banana fry. And also having you randomly show up to my house to hang out with my mom and Shanti Auntie. Thank you, Amrita. You helped out so much yesterday in getting everything set up and ready, so I'm really glad for that. Like the staircase and everything that you saw is so beautiful. Thank you, Suchitra Auntie and Deepa Auntie for taking care of the front desk, and Akila Auntie and Sharman Auntie for taking care of the guest book. Thank you to the entire Lakeview Auntie group for making all the decorations for the lobby today. Thank you Priya Auntie, Shiny Auntie, and Anjali Auntie for decorating the stage and just making the place look amazing. Thank you Kajal Auntie for making the beautiful cake for today. It's absolutely amazing. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's so pretty and I can't wait to eat it. A big thank you to Charu Auntie, Parvati Auntie, and Nila Auntie for helping my mom and I through the process since you guys were once us trying to figure out how to set this all up. Also, thank you to Sabita Auntie and Rama Auntie for helping with a lot of the planning and setting up around here, even though you had your own Arangetrams to worry about. Thank you Marina Auntie for making snacks today. Thank you to my friends, and I've got a couple listed here, so I'm going to go through them. Thank you Jay for speaking today. We've known each other forever, and I'm glad you could see me evolve as a dancer this year. Thank you Nivriti as well for speaking today about your first-hand experience as a deaf person and what this fundraiser means to you. Thank you to the James family for flying out from Texas to come see me. And thank you Rhea James for speaking today. We haven't seen each other in almost 3 years, and it makes me so happy that you're still a close enough friend to come out and do this for me. I know that was supposed to be a surprise, Rhea flying out, but I can't hold a secret for very long, so here in my speech, I guess. Thank you, Abhi. I'm not really sure why I'm thanking him, to be honest. You didn't even know what time my Arangetram was today, but I've known him since I was born, so thank you for being my friend, I guess, and helping me through this year. Thank you Uttara, Rita Costa, and Serena for helping me through this process as well by giving me advice for today and helping me not break down backstage. Thank you Anashri and Moksha for also helping out backstage and with my costume, and Krishna as well for helping me survive those dance boot camps we had. I want to thank Ken and Pat as well for the sound and lights today. I want to thank Praveen Uncle and his team for the videography. Thank you to them as well as Vikas Uncle for the photographs, and thank you to Kiran Uncle for the Facebook Live coverage for the people who couldn't attend today. Thank you George Anthony, who took the dance pictures of me that you've probably seen around here and on my website. And for creating the invitation video for this event. Now, I want to thank you all for attending today. It really means a lot that you could see me during this very important performance. And the show isn't a show without an audience, so thank you so much. I want to thank everyone who donated to my fundraiser for ASD, the American School for the Deaf. 2 years ago, when I was a freshman, I started to learn ASL, American Sign Language, under my teacher, Miss Naomi Brabin. I learned about deaf people, deaf culture, and ASD. ASD works to provide education for deaf students in a way that is easier and more comfortable for them, and I think that's really important that this continues. Obviously, there are cases where deaf people can get surgeries done to hear and be able to speak. And that's not bad, especially if the family is hearing, because it can be easier for the family to communicate. But ASD encourages the use of ASL because there are deaf people who may not have the chance or simply don't want to be able to hear and fit into what we call a hearing world, and shouldn't feel ashamed because of it. Through your donations for this cause that I'm very passionate about, we have raised over $1,000 for ASD, so thank you all again. Now, if Ms. Karen Wilson, Director of Clinical Services from American School of the Deaf, could come up on stage to receive this check and say a few words about ASD.
Thank you for coming down. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Hi, this was really an honor for me to come here today. It was beautiful, and I really enjoyed watching Navya perform. For anyone here who may not be as familiar with the American School for the Deaf, ASD was the first special education school in the Western Hemisphere. It was the first permanent school for deaf and hard of hearing people in the United States, established in 1817, and it was the birthplace of American Sign Language. We also, however, have a large number of students who have cochlear implants and who use auditory training, which was referenced earlier. That's called oral habilitation. And obviously, for some people, they are excellent candidates for that, and when possible, and when it is effective, it's a wonderful thing. So the American School for the Deaf is a pre-kindergarten through 12th grade school. We have academic school day, but we also have a residential program for students who live too far to commute every day. We have a residential treatment program for deaf and hard of hearing students who have additional emotional and behavioral challenges, and that program serves children from all over the country. We also have a Tiger Cubs daycare program, which is a bilingual program. So it incorporates both deaf, hard of hearing, and hearing children in a bilingual environment that uses both listening spoken language and American Sign Language. Camp Isola Bella is up in the northwest corner of Connecticut. That was bequeathed to the American School for the Deaf in 1960, and it can only be used to serve deaf and hard of hearing children for summer programs. It is up on the Twin Lakes in Salisbury, Connecticut. We also have an international program. We do have deaf students from all over the world. We've served deaf students from China, the United Arab Emirates, Bermuda, gosh, I don't know, England, pretty much everywhere. And Navya's donation will help to support what many nonprofits like ASD depend on, philanthropic gifts. The donations also support critical needs, including academics, residential life, athletics, and our early childhood intervention program for early identification of hearing loss. It also helps support Camp Isola Bella and the preservation of our historic archives. ASD does have a museum on campus, and people are welcome to call and make an appointment to come and see some of that historical stuff. It's really good stuff. It's very interesting. So I thank you again very much for this check, Navya, and all of her hard work. Her teacher, her ASL teacher, is married to our executive director. So I guess that's where that connection came in. I just realized. But thank you very much.
As many of you know, Navya recently celebrated her 16th birthday, and a close family friend of Navneet and Srividya, Kajal Marcelino, has baked a special cake for the occasion. We invite Kajal and Navya on stage for the cake cutting to celebrate the birthday as well as a successful completion of the Arangetram. This cake will also be available as part of dessert when dinner is served this evening.
Before we sign off for this evening, I would ask all of you to grab all of your belongings and exit the auditorium as it's going to be locked shut after this. Please exit into the lobby when Navya will be joining all of us for photographs. We also want to remind you that the dinner tonight is courtesy Avon India Grill and will be served out in the lawns. For both Shiva and I, it has been an honor and privilege to be your MCs for the afternoon.
I would like to wish Navya all the very best as she continues on her dance journey. Thank you again.
Have a great evening.